I've noticed in the past few weeks since the Mercury retrograde has started that every time I invite anyone who's in my yoga class to kind of release something from the past, I ask them to revisit it. I ask them to go back and look at something from the past and see it in a different light, embrace it with a little bit of compassion and understanding and empathy. If it was a bullying situation or an event of a loss, something, and they're having a hard time doing it. They really don't. They're stuck on not really wanting to forgive Jimmy for pulling their pigtails and calling them Miss Piggy, and they're really not ready to let go of anyone who has transitioned, and they're holding on to a lot of pain. And these retrogrades, especially emotional ones, and there's all the retrogrades for 2013 are going to be in water signs. They're all going to be emotional because the universe realizes that it is difficult to look at events from the past and recognize that there really are blessings. I mean, I keep saying it. The bottom line is, no matter what happened to you in the past, you're here, you got through it, and you're stronger for it. But still, people just aren't ready to let go, and I can totally understand that. So one of the things that I've been doing now in my yoga classes before we start, we always Om. And AUM also carries the same energy vibration as Amen. And it's not a coincidence. So Amen or Om, whatever you feel comfortable with, can all be used in this case. But AUM, Om, this book is called The Light of the Soul, and it was written by Alice A. Bailey, and it was through her channelings with a master called Dwal Kul. But this is part of the Yoga Sutras that they were writing about, and this is called The Problem of Union. And the first of the sutras is AUM, the following instructions concerning the science of union. AUM is a word of glory. It signifies the Word made flesh and the manifestation upon the plane of matter of the second aspect of divinity. We're the second aspect of divinity. We are the sons of God. We are the children of God. So we're a second aspect of divinity. And why I read that definition is because in class before we start, we do a bit of a breathing exercise, and then I invite everybody to Om. What I've been doing now is I've been asking them in their left hand to play something from the past. They don't have to do anything about it. I'm not asking them to change it emotionally. I'm not asking them to revisit it and see it in a new light. And I call it alchemy when you look at something in a new light and you give it a new perception. And maybe even if you can't find something good about the event, you can at least look at it and say, I know at some point God's going to show me what the blessings are. And even though I don't see it now, I know that this event has a blessing, no matter how long ago the event was. So I asked them to put something in the past, a person, a place, a thing, an event, a lost transition, anything, even if the past was last week or yesterday, because truthfully, that is the past. And then in the right hand, I asked them to put something that they truly want to manifest, something that they desire. And I keep it light. I don't ask them to do anything major. I keep joking around and saying, maybe you want a new pair of Jimmy Choo shoes. I'm always looking for a new pair of Jimmy Choo shoes, or that new Louis Vuitton pocketbook, or maybe it's rent. Maybe it is something serious. Maybe it is a car to drive to work in, or a license, or money to go back to school. Whatever it is, something that you truly desire in the future, whether you want it to be, great or somewhat insignificant, wherever you are. And then I ask them to merge the two, bringing the past and the present into their palms. And I ask them to create a little bit of a cup. And I ask them to put their prayer next to their heart center, which is the powerful present. And we Om, bringing in a second aspect of divinity to merge with the past and the future in our powerful presence. Kind of take some of the thought process out of it, and when you anchor in that kind of energy, that powerful second aspect of divinity, you realize that this human vessel truly is a way of us to manifest, and it truly is a tool for us to facilitate energy. So maybe today, if you're having a hard time releasing something from the past, this is a really great exercise to do. You can put something in the past in your left hand, something you want in your right hand for the future. Bring it to your powerful present and ask for it. Pray. Allow the merge, the dance, the Trinity, and then let it go and go about your day or your practice, your yoga practice, if that's the case. I'm going to do yoga myself right now, and then I'm going to teach my Sunday classes. But it's a great exercise, and then when you bow your head to your divine light, that is your moment where you take a second to meditate and receive. Listen to the still voice, and maybe during the course of the day you might realize that that event from the past has already transformed in your heart and in your mind, allowing the heart center to receive it, because the heart center transmits energy and receives energy with compassion and empathy and no emotion. So that fickle finger of emotion doesn't get you. And maybe you'll see that that event that you want to manifest in the future is already making its way towards you. I pray for you today a very peaceful, loving day. Thanks for spending this time with me. My name is Bianca. Namaste.